All right, it's Friday. You know what that means.
Let's go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's 6 p.m., a little after 6 here. A beautiful Friday evening.
Had to make sure all our fans had a chance to tune in.
Absolutely.
Get into the live.
We got a lot in store for you guys tonight. Pretty excited for tonight's show. As always, we try to improve every single week. So let's hope you guys enjoy this one just as much as we are going to.
Absolutely.
But before we get into things really quick, for anyone that lives in the surrounding areas around here, any of our fans out there, there were some tragedies last night, some pretty big storms that hit the areas around us. So for anyone that was involved in that, prayers to you guys. We're rooting for you. We hope everything turns out okay after everything you guys probably lost last night.
Absolutely. A huge part of our following is the Indy, Ohio area. And I mean, there were, 4 confirmed at least, and I mean, they were huge. And I mean, we don't normally get tornadoes in this area, so I mean, any in general.
But when we do,
huge, but
they do some work.
They get trapped in our little areas here.
So all condolences from the Travis and John show out to anyone affected from the tragedies last night. But now we can get into regular programming.
Absolutely.
And for anyone around here that pays attention to any banners or watches any of our previous shows, you guys kind of know how we kick things off around here. But I do want to say, real quick, so as it has been the last few weeks with the live parlay build to kick things off, baseball is returning in less than 3 weeks, I think. Like coming up here soon within the next month. So be expected for the baseball segments to be back. We're super excited for this upcoming season. Spring training going on right now. We're kind of letting things get into rhythm, but we will obviously have some award predictions, some team predictions and things probably the week before baseball starts to kind of get us back into the swing of things. But we're super excited for that, and we're going to be doing a lot of baseball betting this year too.
Absolutely,
as well.
All our Reds fans in attendance or in audience know that they're a huge part of our fan base. I mean, we followed baseball hard last year.
Kind of what gave us our kickstart to things, if we're being honest. Baseball was kind of where everything started for us.
Absolutely. I mean, the Reds were a huge jump start for that, and their amazing season, their amazing youth, and can't wait for it to see what they do this year.
I know. It should be fun to be a Reds fan this season.
They're already kicking things off strong and killing spring training. So,
And also, I know we haven't mentioned it on the show yet, but for any of our loyal Reds fans out there, know our longtime man and Joey Votto has agreed to a 1-year deal with the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yes,
hoping to have a revive season for himself.
Yes, unfortunately we lost the face of our franchise in a way, but he still wanted to play. He had a major tag under his name for our franchise. Unfortunately, they didn't want to re-up on him, and I don't think he would have either in a situation where, like we said way beforehand, he would have possibly been DH or benched in a situation where there's just so much youth and already a logjam at the infield.
I mean, we've seen him playing in the AAAs last season, during the regular season. So
exactly, for a long time. I mean, it was for a main reason, I think, was injury recovery, but I mean, he was there for an extended period.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. But shout out to Joey. Nothing but the best wishes for him, hoping for a successful season in Toronto. But let's make some money. I don't know about you, but I'm trying to make some money.
Absolutely. It's the weekend.
Yeah.
We done worked all week. For some, it's payday week.
Yep.
But regardless, let's get paid again.
Absolutely. Now, to give you guys a quick rundown on things, it's a 6-game slate tonight for the NBA. Unfortunately, on FanDuel, offering no profit boost tonight, so we're going to kind of have to get in our bag for real.
Absolutely.
And also, along with the NBA, like I mentioned a few weeks ago, UFC has been on a hot streak for the past 6 or 7 weeks with events every single weekend. So there's another fight night tomorrow night. I have a 6-leg main card banger built up for you guys that I will be sharing with you after our NBA build. And I want to mention my last 2 UFC parlays on the main cards have missed by 1 leg.
Built live every time.
Yes, and last weekend's with Gilbert Burns taking the L was up 20-18 on the scorecards going into the third round.
The fight the whole time up until he slipped, caught a knee, and couldn't recover.
Yeah. So kind of got in. The last one was the Umar Nurmagomedov, who actually won the fight, just didn't finish it
Exactly. But if anybody is tuned into a previous week or you're just now tuning in, we're not no bum YouTubers that are give you some plus 100 6-leg or 2 little picks. We're gonna get in our bag and with a nice little record behind us live. So
absolutely,
come make some money.
absolutely.
But always bet responsibly.
We always promote responsible betting. Only bet what you can afford. Let's build some NBA parlays. Now, with it being a 6-game slate tonight, things are going to kind of have to be a little different.
Absolutely, it's going to be. I mean, the matchups aren't in our favor either. I mean, they look more one-sided on paper, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
But we're have to get in our bag.
Let's see if we can find some player props.
No profit boost. First game right now is the Suns Hornets.
Now, are we wanting to build up a 6-leg banger here? Or we gonna give them a double up because I already got some things in mind. Won't lie to you.
Either way, because I mean it is a 6-leg.
Listen, so if we're talking for real, one thing right off rip that intrigues me is KD's points. 25 plus is a line that he hits decently often, sitting at minus 145. Now, to play it safe, 20 plus points is a streak that he's hit in like over 10 out of 10 last games, sitting at minus 550. So that's always nice for a parlay builder. But it kind of depends how risky we want to get here. I like those two off rip though. Other things here, obviously it's hard to bet on the Hornets. Their team, you really never know what's going to happen. But D-Book is playing tonight as well.
Absolutely. 2+3s from KD or D-Book are both minus 290 and 240 respectively.
Now, depending on the volume D-Book puts up tonight, that's always a nice prop to lay on. Because D-Book is a guy that can light it up. He struggled a little bit from 3 here lately, but he's putting up about 5 or 6 a game at average, which always gives him a chance to make at least 50%.
Exactly.
I don't hate that. So, yeah, that's a nice one. So, we got
better odds. It isn't like a super riskier pick on paper.
Now, KD's threes kind of worry me a little bit.
He's Durantula. He can score any way. It doesn't matter. You don't have to
Well,
shoot.
he almost has been hitting threes more consistently than D-Book, if we're being honest. He's putting up at average like 6, 7 a game. His last few games, he's had 1, 5, 4, 2, 3, 2. Then he had 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 3, 5. So a very consistent clip for KD.
Both, like I was saying, aren't terrible odds and not necessarily as risky on paper as like a 25-point performance.
Right.
Because, again, it's the Hornets. I mean, Suns could be up 50. And
right. I'm cool with 2+3s for KD. I like him a little more than D-Book, if we're being honest tonight.
Bet minus 290.
Kick that off. All right, Heat Pistons. A line that I like a lot. It's hit out of 10 of the 10 last games. Not fantastic odds at minus 600, but it's Terry Rozier for 4+ assists. He's a guy that's kind of got that offense rolling since he came over at the trade deadline. Well,
that's what they've been missing.
Say that slightly. TJ, baby.
Absolutely. I was looking at that. The Pacers do play tomorrow.
Yeah, they don't play tonight, unfortunately. TJ's always, hey, I think one night, I think the same night that he commented about TJ McConnell, he put up almost like a 20-point triple.
20, yeah.
Yeah. He kind of snapped.
He's had 16, 9, 17, 6, 13, 26, 8, 8, 10, and 12. 4 assists, 6 assists, 1 because he played 12 minutes, 7 assists, 5 assists, 3 assists, 9 assists, 4 assists, 7 assists.
Hey, he might be that guy.
We got the best backup point. And low-key, Andrew Nembhard has been starting and averaging like 6 points.
Because
don't tell Dylan.
Yeah, I'd say no flame to your brother, but he's kind of not that guy.
TJ McConnell is him.
That's factual.
Nembhard is weighing us down. See? Look, he knows.
Yeah. All right, now I've kind of been eyeballing this game. Like I said, I like the Rozier 4+ assists. Now I got another line I like that's sitting at minus 155, but it's hit consistently. It's Isaiah Stewart for 10+ points. Now
I love that.
He's hit that line. He's hit that line in at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 of the last 15 games he's had 10+. He went on a streak where he hit it in 12 straight games before dropping 2. And then he's hit it in the last 2 games at 12 and 15.
And this is a matchup where,
and he's playing big minutes for the Pistons. He's really been like that guy alongside Jalen Duren.
And like we mentioned before we started this, we got to get riskier when it comes to odds with only 6 legs.
I low-key love that.
I smacked it already.
All right, let's move on. Magic Raptors. Yep. Now, this game, when I checked earlier, didn't have Raptors props, but that is fixed. Okay, we're good to roll now.
That's all we needed, baby.
All right, now real quick. Let's see here. There's a few lines in this game that look nice. So, Mayo quickly at 2+3s is sitting at -460. Is hit at least 10 out of 10 last games. Let's see what these other lines. Jalen Suggs 2+ assists at -410 has hit in 10 out of 10 straight games.
Hear me out.
Look, real quick. I know we're live. But...
See, that's what it's all about.
Okay. Anyways, back to scheduled programming. And also, Gary Harris 1+3 has hit in 10 out of 10 last games, sitting at -800. So maybe that one isn't the greatest, but I do
we
like.
We can go ahead and give a quick mention to that comment, though. If we're going to build a little UFC. I mean, that's part of our show, ain't it?
I guess that is
UFC.
true.
Let the fans know what Mr. UFC champion O'Malley was talking about.
Oh yeah, that is true. I guess so. Yeah, I saw a post on Instagram a little earlier. Sean O'Malley came out and finally said that he wanted to fight Merab before moving on to Ilia Topuria to kind of get that burden out of his way. But in the quote that was put on Instagram, not sure how much reality is to that quote, but he did say, "I want Merab next," and then he 2025 is going to be great. So with that tweet, it kind of thinks and hints at he's not going to fight for the next 9 months,
exactly,
which would be absolutely wild.
Yeah,
absolutely wild. I don't see that happening personally, but
he's a big mouth.
Yeah, he definitely
make somebody mad before.
I don't think Dana's going to let him sit for 9 months on that title.
He's
the
face of their
he
brand
grossed the
for
biggest. That UFC 299 was the biggest gross UFC pay-per-view event that was that was headlined by a bantamweight title fight. He's literally, Dana White called him the greatest bantamweight, or like most viewed bantamweight of all time already.
He's him.
Yeah, he's making moves, bro. People don't like him, but you can't disrespect the guy.
Because he's proved his point over and over again.
He absolutely rocked Cheeto. Cheeto looked like he didn't belong at all in the octagon.
Exactly.
He
after coming out and saying, "Oh, I'm gonna put him to sleep."
Yeah, and
you got a lucky toe because O'Malley was injured the last time y'all fought.
Yeah, he got literally dominated for 25 minutes. He hit a lucky gut punch in the last 3 seconds of the fight and thought, "Oh, if the fight went a little longer, it might have been a different story."
No,
bro, you waited 24.5 minutes to hit a decent punch in the fight.
Exactly. Acting like you need 12 rounds.
Yeah, no,
you would have been slept.
Yeah,
instead of a point decision, you'd have been slept.
That's that knee that he hit on him when he came down for that takedown. Oh my god, bro! I will shout out Cheetah though. He does have a chin. He took those hits like a man.
Hey,
he was getting tore up.
He is yet to be knocked down in his career.
I know.
So
I really thought Sean was going to be the one to do it.
So we'll respect, obviously, to Cheeto, but obviously, back to our scheduled program. Now, we will get to UFC, but if you're tuned in for the NBA bets,
let's finish it up.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so like I said, I like those two. Emmanuel Quickly 2+3s and Jalen Suggs 2+ assists.
I love the 2+ assists.
Is that the one you prefer?
That's the one I want to add so far.
All right, let's run it then. It's hitting 10 out of 10 straight games, maybe even more, just based on my research. Anyways, Clippers, Pelicans. Let's see. Now, I know a line that hits quite often, but it's not very good odds. That Brandon Ingram 4+ assists has hit almost 20 straight games, I believe, at this point. But it's sitting at -750. So
James Harden for 2+3s is -340.
Okay, I like that. Let's see. Brandon Ingram for 15+ points is -430. James Harden for 15 is -145. I like his 2+3, 2+3s a lot. For old James.
Go ahead and add that for now.
All right, let's run it. We moving quick, baby.
All right, so we love to see Nuggets Spurs.
Now, I think I know who I want to bet on. And
future rookie of the year.
His 20+ points is sitting at -155.
Future 3-time MVP.
Yeah, the future more than that. Did you see what he said about Rudy Gobert in the depoy race?
No,
he said they asked him how he would feel if Rudy Gobert won it over him this year, and he was like, "Let him have it this year. It's only right." He said, "But after this, just know it's not his time anymore." So,
oh my gosh,
making his point.
Oh my gosh,
I mean, dude is averaging 15 blocks a game, bro.
He is 7'7" at this point.
Yeah, he's
it looks like a wingspan of 8 foot.
There's nothing you can do. Just
Because dude can stretch from the half-court line and the three, and he's standing in the middle of them.
Okay. Victor Wembanyama, 10-plus rebounds, is sitting at minus 220. Has hit in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 straight games. The game before, he had 9, and then back to 14, 13, 14, 14.
Hey, I love it because he's going up against Jokic.
Yeah.
And the
Who,
Nuggets are
you
showing
know,
us outside
spaces
of
the floor a
Exactly.
lot. Yeah, and it's not always there for boards. I love that. Wembanyama, 10-plus rebounds. Beautiful.
Spurs, Jazz. Or Hawks, Jazz.
There you
Sorry.
go. That was a little... All right. Let's
Look,
see.
it's been a long work week, all right? That's what we're all here for. Tune in the Travis and John show. Have fun. Get off my back.
All right, let's see what we can find in this game. Two very mid teams.
Absolutely.
Hawks
In
might
all
be the most mid team of all time. Aren't they like, what is it, like 150 and 150 in their last like 300 games or something?
Yeah.
Like, how are you that mid?
It's like the definition of mid.
Yeah. Like, it's insane how you can just be that consistent for so long.
That consistently mid.
Yeah. But hey, consistency is key.
I mean, that's how us Steelers fans feel, you know? Yet to go below 500, but how many playoff appearances have we had?
Okay, so it doesn't... What does OFS mean? Sadiq Bey is OFS for tonight.
I don't know.
And he's not on here. I really wanted to bet on Sadiq
Hold
Bey.
on.
I'm not going to lie to you. Sadiq Bey is always my go-to guy for Atlanta. But no Trae Young. Let's see. DeJounte's been playing huge minutes. DeJounte,
Oral submucous fibrosis. No. That's not right.
I don't know if that's... I think it's just like...
Yeah, it's not ankle injury terms. I don't know. Nothing's coming up that makes complete sense. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, that might be one we just move on from. All right. Back to Hawks Jazz. I don't know. This game is so mid.
I don't hate Sexton's assist, but I don't love the odds unless you do 6. And then it's 50-50 because he's one that loves to score the ball.
He averages 4.7.
And play offensively. And the Hawks have nobody outside of DeJounte Murray. So,
what's like...
Do they come in tonight feeling like, okay, I'm going to move the rock? I'm a point guard. Or is he like, I'm him. Drop 30.
Sexton's points don't look terrible. I would almost prefer his points over his assists. What's like...
20 points is minus 230.
That's what I was looking at. What's like... Hold on. Another guy I really like in this game is Keontae George. Who is...
Sexton's line is at 22.5.
Who is amazing when given minutes. His last 2 games, he's played 38 and 30. Okay, I just clicked off of that. Beautiful.
We love to see
5
it.
seconds.
Long work week. That's what I'm talking about.
Anyways, back to what I was saying. Last 2 games, he's played 35 and 38 minutes. He's had 26 and 29. And then he played 43 minutes and then had 31. He played 31 minutes, had 19. And his 15-plus points look great on the line. And then he played 31 minutes, had 16. Played 41 minutes, had 33. 15 points doesn't look terrible for him. I will say that.
At all.
Or like, what's like 2 plus threes for him? Because he shoots threes at a crazy clip.
Minus 280.
That's not bad at all. That's like the same as his 15 plus. In his last games, he's had 5, 5, 6, 2, 4, 1, 2, 9, 3, 1, 4, 5. So I'm cool with either or.
What did I say for his 2 plus threes?
Minus 2 something.
It's 850. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
God, no. His 15 plus odds are way better.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know where I got that from.
You had me hyped for
Because I even went back and heard myself, and I was like, wait a minute.
What's his line's probably like
88.
4.5 then. Yeah, his line's at 3.5.
Doo-wee. I feel a lot safer with 15 points if he's going to put up 4 threes, excuse me.
Listen, I'm cool with that. Is that what you want to run?
Minus 380, I like it.
I love Keontae. Alright. Cool beans. So that gives us a smooth little 16-legger. 1 prop from each game on the slate tonight.
6-legger?
Yeah.
You said 16.
Did I say 16?
See? Long work week.
No,
you know, we're getting through it.
I don't think
we're getting through it.
I don't think
Travis and John, so ladies and
gentlemen.
gentlemen.
You up, but I don't think I said 16.
Nah, I'm going to clip it.
We're going to have to run that back, yeah, because I don't know about that.
Somebody heard it. Somebody tell this man.
I don't know about it.
I know.
Anyways, it comes out to plus 530. Nice little 5 times your money. Smooth
Absolutely.
little banger for tonight.
If we had our profit boost, it'd be
a lot
sexy
better.
looking parlay, but FanDuel's not generous.
Yeah. So here we are, stuck at plus 530. Bet responsibly, bet what you can afford. See if you can get you a little nice 5 times your money tonight.
Absolutely.
I like our odds on that one. That one's pretty smooth. All right. So with basketball coming to a close, that brings me to my favorite pastime, the UFC.
Absolutely.
Now tomorrow's a fight night. It's not the most beautiful card we've ever seen, but it looks good. It's got a few nice fights. A little bit of value here. It's a 6 main card fight. And to kick off things will be Gerald Mearshart versus Brian Barberena. I think that's how you say it.
Hey,
But-
look, 90% of the time, your UFC pronunciations are perfect and fluent. So I just like to talk about them, you know. I'll just say, this guy or him. But, you rolls off the tongue with you.
Listen,
What makes our UFC talk so perfect?
I just watch a lot about UFC, so I hear them pronounce their names like on shows and stuff, and it just kind of clicks.
Now look, let me tell y'all, if y'all seen the betting record for this man, UFC, before we put it on the show or live, wow.
Listen, I'm not gonna
Like 30 events straight.
I'm not gonna be the one to toot my own horn, but
I'd text you every time there's a UFC event. So what we got tonight? I know you got something planned. You ain't talked for a month straight. Hey, I saw UFC's coming up. You got something, place.
What you got for tonight? No, I do love my UFC, man. It's a lot of fun. Okay, let's see. Let's kick things off. First card on the main card, our first fight on the main card. I'm gonna go. This is a fight that probably isn't gonna be a lot of fun. It's 2 older guys. Probably gonna be a very slow fight. But I'm gonna go with the guy with a lot more experience, and I'm gonna go with Gerald Mearshart here. He's 2 years older, but has about 15 more fights under his belt, and his submission averages are fantastic compared to Brian's. So I could even see him finishing this fight by submission, if we're being honest. Next up is which fight is next? Is Pannie Kianzad versus Macy Chiasson, and it's a woman fight. Both 32 years old. Once again, Pannie with a lot more experience, but once again, a lot worse on the ground. She's given up about 4 inches on the feet and about an 8-inch wingspan, which is going to prevent a lot for her. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Macy Chiasson here. She's just a more fresh fighter, I feel like, in my opinion. She's more, I guess, hyped up. I mean, she's, in my opinion, better. She's a favorite for the reason.
I've heard a lot about Macy, yeah. But when you got that long of a reach in comparison to someone like that for a fight, you got to get up in their face to have any chance of even making an impact, let alone winning. So, I mean, that's huge.
Macy's gas tank is way more impressive than Pannie's as well, too. So, if that fight can go 3 rounds, it's in Macy's favor. Now, this next fight. This might be my favorite fight on the card outside of the main event, and it's Christian Rodriguez versus the undefeated Isaac Dulgarian. And Isaac Dulgarian is the guy that's on kind of a hot streak right now. He obviously undefeated, but only 6 fights under his belt. But I'm going to go with my first upset of the night, and I'm going to explain to you why. Now, Christian Rodriguez is a guy that's very veteran in the UFC. Not very old, but quite a few professional fights under his belt. 11 in the UFC in just 4 years is, at a good rate.
Yeah.
But he's also a guy that thrives in these situations. It comes in as the underdog, and I don't understand why sometimes. UFC 287. We saw the Christian Rodriguez, Raul Rosas Jr. fight open the card for one of the biggest fight cards of that year.
Absolutely.
And Christian lost the first round into a hyped Raul Rosas Jr. Obviously was undefeated at the time.
Came in.
Yeah, was that guy.
Huge hype, yeah.
And coming into the second round, Christian Rodriguez took another level of things and absolutely dominated Raul Rosas and handed him his first loss.
Upsetted, yeah. Rojas.
And I think he does it again.
I'm pretty sure we talked that night because, I was huge on Rojas myself.
Yeah. And Rosas, is amazing. And I'm sad we didn't get to see him fight, on his fight night the other night. But like I said, I think Christian thrives in situations like this, and I think he gives Dulgarian his first loss as well.
I'm here for it.
First upset of the night there, Christian Rodriguez. Moving on. Now, these names are insane. But I know Ovint St. Prix and Kennedy Nchekwu, I think is how you say
I'll
it.
say I looked
Not
at
100%.
Chuck Wu.
Yeah, but he's the big favorite on the fight card tonight.
Yeah.
I think he obviously dominates this fight. He's the younger guy going against a slower Vince. Vince in his prime would have dominated Kennedy. I'll tell you that now. But with the age and being at 40 years old, he's just not who he used to be. Kennedy's going to win this fight, but instead of taking his money line because there's no value, you can double chance this one on FanDuel and take him by KO, TKO, or on points. I do want to mention his last 4 wins have been by knockout. He's 4-3 in his last 7 fights, but his 4 finishes were by knockout, and only one of those fights went the distance. So I think Kennedy stops this by KO, if we're being honest. But if it does go the distance, he's going to win either way.
With a lot better odds.
Yeah, a lot better odds.
For something that should be almost guaranteed.
Yeah. So you just got to find your little loopholes sometimes. Now, next fight, Brian Battle versus Ang Lusa. And Brian Battle, I'm going to be honest with you, dude, is one of my favorite fighters in the welterweight division. He's unranked, but he's very, very slept on. He's a little bit of a smaller guy when it comes to bulking-wise, but he's tall for the welterweight division, and he's fast, bro. He's super fast.
Which makes a huge impact.
Yeah.
Especially the welterweight.
The only thing that scares me against this Lusa fight is Lusa's good on the ground. His wrestling background is a lot better than Brian Battle's. So if this fight gets to the ground, I think Brian can hold his own. I don't think he finishes it on the ground, but I think Brian Battle wins this fight. I know he's the favorite on the card, not by a lot, but personally, I just think he's better than Lusa outside of just like the wrestling. I think he's just a lot better when it comes to being on the feet. Brian Battle's he's just fun to watch, dude. And then the main card, my favorite fight of the night, a guy that I absolutely love to watch fight, is Tai Tuivasa and Marcin Tybura. And this is essentially a pick-me when it comes to betting. And this is because Tai Tuivasa was one of the most hyped heavyweights for a while. But unfortunately has lost his last 3 fights. On a 3-fight skid, been knocked out in all 3 fights. His last one, unfortunately, to Sergey Pavlovich, where he got absolutely rocked. But we've obviously seen Tai Tuivasa before that 3-game skid beat Derek Lewis, who's one of the better heavyweights in the division. And Tai needs a bounce back, man. And I know Dana White knows that.
That's tomorrow the night?
Marcin's good, dude. I'm not going to hold you at all. It's a tough matchup for Tai. It's a little worse than Sergey, so he gets a little bit of a break compared to the competition.
Almost even odds on the money line.
Marcin's a lot older, dude. I think Marcin's on his way out of the UFC, if we're being honest. He's always been one of the most consistent fighters in the heavyweight division. But I think Tai needs a bounce back, dude. And not a single time in his career has Tai Tuivasa went the distance. So instead of just taking Tai by money line tonight, I'm going to go in by method of victory, and I'm going to take Tai by KO.
Oh.
KO, TKO. It's a little bit better odds, but not once has Tai Tuivasa ever fought a full distance fight. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next week. If he wins this fight, it's going to be by knockout, and I think he does.
Beautiful.
So a little 6-leg cooked up there for fight night tomorrow night. I like this a lot, personally. I'm super excited for this. Comes out to plus 1,989 odds on FanDuel. Not sure what that'll round out to be on other betting platforms. But that's what it'll be on FanDuel for you guys. So have a little fun with that. Watch Tai Tuivasa shotgun a beer out of a shoe after he knocks this guy out.
Yeah.
Let's make some money, man. All right. That was a lot of talking.
That's what we're here for, baby.
Give me a swig of water real quick. We just getting started.
Absolutely.
So kick the show off with a few bangers for you guys for tonight and this weekend.
Get you a bag, make
Absolutely.
the weekend even better. What the Travis and John show's here for.
Absolutely. All right, parlay building's over. Now, I'm scared, man. I don't even know if I want to.
I feel like I opened Twitter to start scrolling at this point.
Yeah, I don't.
Where do we start?
Yeah, so NFL's next. And my God, where do we start? It's been crazy. This last week has probably been the most wild 7 days I've ever seen as a football fan, in my lifetime. Just when it comes to what it looks like a Madden franchise,
Who
bro.
was
I
it?
know I
was
texted this to you
literally
the other
about
day.
to ask you who said that it was a Madden
It was
franchise.
me. I texted you this the other
No,
day.
but who was the NFL player?
It was somebody tweeted it. It wasn't Reek, was it? Or no, it was. Oh my God, I know who you're talking about.
What
I
did
saw
you
it.
send
I don't
to me
remember who
on
it was.
Insta?
It might have been. But yeah, it
Find out.
legitimately looks like a Madden
Research.
franchise, bro.
Sauce.
Or yeah, Sauce. That's what it
My
was.
timeline looked like a Madden franchise going on.
Yeah, and wow.
So much.
Yeah, so we have
Even
a lot to
since last
cover.
week.
Don't expect us to go in depth with every single signing and trade this offseason right now because there's just so much that's to cover.
And I'm sure we'll miss somebody.
Yeah, and I'm sure we will.
Regardless.
But we'll start with the guys kind of on the cover photo. We obviously kind of saw last week. We kind of knew what Russ was doing. We talked about this for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
It was all leading to Pittsburgh, and it's official.
Yeah.
Russ is the quarterback of the
I mean,
Pittsburgh
it's
Steelers.
officially official
Yeah.
because add on top of that, you're good, David. That's what we're here for. You know, we're here for a couple hours, you know,
Absolutely.
and we're just now getting into the NFL. So probably the part you got the most interest in, unless you're trying to build a FanDuel parlay. So,
yeah, thanks
just
for tuning
getting
in.
started for our NFL part and getting into my disgust realization of what's going on for the Steelers. But, I mean, you also brought me to realize what I've said, regardless for the past few weeks, is that if he were to become a Steeler, and now that he has become a Steeler, this is arguably top 3, if not the best offensive line he's been behind in his
100%.
career. I mean, obviously he can't move around like he did years back, but regardless.
Right. Now, don't get me wrong. I know Russ isn't, young Russ no more.
He said, "No betting here, I'll lose money."
Hey, not when you tail the boys on the Travis and John show, you
Exactly.
don't lose money. Come on now. But no, what I'm saying, man, we know Russ isn't the Russ of old. Obviously, we've seen a downgrade the last few years in him. But outside of prime Seahawks and Super Bowl Seahawks, this is the best offense he's seen in a while.
Yeah.
George Pickens, obviously, you got a backfield. Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, who broke out last year.
Yeah.
Pat Fryermuth. I know you moved on from Deontay Johnson. Obviously, sending him to Carolina. Something else we'll be talking about. But I mean, he's still got good pieces around him, man. And he's got what I mentioned first and foremost, the defense behind it, bro.
Yeah.
It's the best defense he's probably ever been with.
On top of our defense, we had adding Patrick Queen from division rival Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah. I know. Speaking of Patrick Queen, I know you saw this. I think I sent it to you. What Mike Tomlin told Patrick Queen a few years ago when he saw him on the field. I think maybe it was a Pro Bowl or maybe it was just a Ravens-Steelers game or something. I don't know. But he looked at Patrick Queen. He told him, he said, "You're not a Raven. You need to get out of there."
Oh, my gosh.
And here he is now linking up with Mike Tomlin. Yeah, just a few years later.
The chemistry he had in Denver just wasn't working. The running game in Pitt has to step up, put less pressure on him. Absolutely.
100%.
That's what we're hoping to improve the O-line with, and hopefully Najee can at least stay somewhat of what he was. We saw Warren have a jump in his career, so I mean,
and obviously with the emergence of Arthur Smith coming in as the offensive coordinator now, we know he likes to run the ball.
Absolutely. And we have Darnell Washington, who never even, saw the field just chances last season. So, we have
who could be one of the best blocking tight ends in all of football when given the opportunity.
We had an offensive coordinator that had no 300-yard game for like 2 seasons straight.
Yeah.
The only offensive coordinator in the league.
Yeah.
I know we're not a championship straight-up roster, but
I mean, you're looking nice, though. I mean, you definitely have improved this offseason, I think, personally. And we'll just have to see how Arthur Smith handles things and how Russ plays next season.
Yeah.
I know, like I said, he was playing well in Denver last year before everything went down, but I'd like to see some Russell Wilson to Pickens this year for my fantasy football squad.
Hey.
That's all I'm saying.
Taking Russ Wilson first pick in fantasy this year.
And another team. I know we're talking about Steelers, but that'll bring us to our next signing. Another team that's in my division personally, but a team I'm super excited about, and I think players that'll have a lot of value in fantasy football next year with the emergence of this signing is Kirk Cousins to the Falcons, bro. And I think this is one of the most underrated signings we've seen so far this offseason.
Yeah, we talked about it personally just yesterday, I believe.
Yeah. It's gotten a little talk like on live and stuff, things like that, but I think this could be one of the best signings the Falcons have ever made, like within the position they're in. The weapons they have in Atlanta, as much as it pains me to say, being a division rival, they look nice.
It may not make them automatic Super Bowl contenders.
I'm not saying that.
But the Packers we saw last year and the resurgence they had with the expected to be horrible roster.
Yeah.
And we could see the same out of Atlanta from a team that, has every possible piece, all the potential in the world.
Yeah.
But had the worst quarterback possible.
Yeah.
Starting all season. So
100%.
When you have a quarterback that's throwing just as many interceptions as touchdowns and one touchdown a game, it's gonna be kind of hard to win.
And a coach said didn't want to put the ball in his best players' hands at all during the season. So with the new head coach Raheem Morris and the new quarterback Kirk Cousins, I think the Falcons fans have a lot more to look forward to next year.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way. And he's locked down for about 4 years. So now in the QB carousel this offseason was kind of crazy. We'll run down a few other quarterback changes. One is not as noticeable, but still, kind of want to talk about them. Gardner Minshew from the Colts to the Raiders will be battling Aiden O'Connell now for that starting job in Las Vegas.
Actually,
see who can
exactly. And I mean,
Diamond Devontae.
Got to mention him from a guy that, I mean, has ended up as a starting quarterback, being a backup for most of his career. So
yeah, 100%. So I think he takes the job over Aiden, if we're being honest. I think he'll get the ball to Devontae way more than Aiden can.
I mean, Aiden O'Connell's had a lot of chances to prove himself and hasn't done anything.
Exactly.
Gardner Minshew just did a lot. I mean, he had some weapons in Indy, but did he have Devontae Adams?
Yeah, he did.
He had Michael Pittman Jr.
And he turned him into a monster. Pittman had a great season last year. His best season he's ever had.
Who just got his contract extension,
Got a bag. All right, Sam Darnold from the 49ers to the Vikings, probably going to be competing for whoever they draft over there in Minnesota.
Yeah. It should not be Sam Darnold starting.
I don't think Jay Jettas is going to let that happen.
No, or he'll be out of there.
Yeah, there's just no way. Jacoby Brissett from the Commanders to the Patriots. Or, I got that backwards. No, I'm right. Yeah, from the Commanders. Yeah, he plays for the Patriots. Yeah, I'm right. Why did I just blank that? Okay, yeah, we're right. Marcus Mariota from the Eagles to the Commanders, replacing Jacoby Brissett. Yeah, will be fighting with.
He said with AR out last season with injury, how do you guys think the Colts will do if he stays healthy?
Oh,
we talked about this before the draft.
Yeah, dude.
During the draft.
I'm not a Colts fan, but I think AR is going to be great. Yeah, personally,
he is hugely slept on. Even by, I mean, part of the page we're hugely indie, obviously, so we're in a lot of Colts groups and all of that. And there's even a lot of almost disrespect and question around AR. But, I mean, he proved a lot in college. He was our highest rated quarterback before the draft.
I would love to see
that AR and JT run play option we talked about.
Speaking of that, we seen Zach Moss packed his bags and drove 20 minutes down the street to go play for Cincinnati. So now it's JT's backfield for good.
Exactly.
We seen him take over a little bit more so last year to end the season, obviously, but was still splitting carries to an extent with Zach Moss. And now he gets full control back over that with all the controversy over with and a healthy AR. It's going to be a scary offense there in Indy,
I'd say my biggest worry would be Jonathan Taylor's health history, because he seems to be more on the injury report than anybody else. But they bolt up their O-line every season for a reason. AR is so dynamic. He can run, and he's 6'5". He's the perfect quarterback.
He really is. Yeah.
He can throw it 80 yards downfield like Mahomes and still break out of the pocket like a prime Russ.
Right. Now, I do want to say when it comes to AR, I want to see this quarterback situation handled a little differently than Lamar Jackson. Yeah. We know AR is a run-first quarterback. But I want to see some maturity out of him. He had a full season under his belt.
Let this man play in the pocket until
let him throw the ball. Yeah,
Lamar is every other play is a run.
Don't do that. Don't ruin AR by making him a run-first quarterback. Let him learn to pass the ball and use his legs as a second option when he needs to.
Exactly. Because, they got the wide receiver core now to be nasty. They were above 500 last season and almost won their division.
With Gardner Minshew.
And other injuries. I mean, Jonathan Taylor was out for half the season.
Yeah, Zach Moss stepped up a lot.
They had O-line, a lot of defensive injuries that people didn't know about because, it was Indy, so, they were smaller names, but, they were huge for the Colts.
Like I said, Michael Pittman just had his breakout season last year, his biggest season to date. Kind of proved his wide receiver one status.
But AR... he's got it.
I'm excited, dude. He looked amazing in his first couple games last year before he got hurt, and the running ability is just what excites me so much.
But the Texans, that division is going to be scary. For the Texans.
Before we even get into Houston, bro, that's a whole different ball game because Houston might be the best team in that division by miles at this point, like miles. Houston looks fantastic. Oh my God. I know I'm a Saints fan, but
the
Houston,
they bulked up on in the mid-round.
Oh my good God. And what they built with the signing of Daniel Hunter to pair with Will Anderson Jr. off the edge, the signing of Jeff Okudah to add to the wide receiver room, they added, obviously, the best back they've had in a long time in Joe Mixon, who we seen had a great season with Cincinnati last year, to pair with
Devin Singletary.
MVP candidate C.J. Stroud, and the return of Tank Dell, the breakout of Nico Collins, the re-signing of Dalton Schultz. I could go all day,
You
bro.
might as well get a Texans jersey,
my! I
bro.
want a C.J. Stroud jersey. No, 1,000%. I know I'm a Saints fan, but you will see me rocking a Houston 7 jersey next year. 1,000%.
Hey, and nobody can call you a bandwagon because
No.
we got the clip
Yes.
on the page from before the draft.
CJ's been my guy for a minute. Oh, for a minute. I'm so excited for next year with Houston, man. I think they win that division. And
You're a big Ohio State fan, though, so I mean
a lot of my boys came from OSU. I wouldn't say I'm an Ohio State fan, but I got a lot
You're almost.
I got a lot of boys
the way
from
the Saints
OSU.
draft.
Yeah, whatever. Just because the Saints love their OSU boys. It doesn't mean I do. We get it. Lattimore, Michael Thomas. I know the line can keep on going. We get it. All right. Back to some QB carousel just to run through these super quick. I'm not going to talk about these a lot. Drew Lock from the Seahawks to the Giants to battle with Daniel Jones. Jameis Winston decided he wanted to compete with Deshaun Watson and moved over to Cleveland to see if he can go win a starting shot.
The Eagles added Saquon Barkley, obviously, as we mentioned, and Devin White to bulk up their defense a little bit.
Okay. Just skip everything else.
I just want to put
we were going to get to that. Saquon's on our cover. I mean, we were going to mention that. We could have built that up a little bit more. Anyways,
put that out there real quick.
Mason Rudolph to the Titans, Mitch Trubisky to the Bills. Wraps up our QB carousel. Now, on to the running backs.
No quarterback room in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, at all. You got Russ, baby.
That's all we need.
Let's ride.
Steelers Nation.
Yeah. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Anyways, running back. This was the craziest running back free agency I've seen in my entire 25 years on this earth. Yeah, 24. About to be 25. Anyways.
Yeah.
To top it off,
you're
kind of spoiled it. Yeah.
Sorry.
Saquon to the Eagles.
Woo!
Stayed in division. Stayed in division.
Yeah.
And wow, does that Eagles offense look good?
I remember who it was, but somebody posted at Saquon, and that was big drama because he left. But what do you expect from the man?
Tiki Barber. You're dead to me.
That's it. Yes, yeah. Tiki Barber. Giants legend.
Has become the biggest meme in free agency.
Yeah, bro. He's been there for how many seasons, and you have yet to put anybody close.
You didn't help
successful.
What did you expect? Yeah, you can't franchise tag a guy for 7 seasons straight.
Best O lineman allows 17 sacks a season.
Yeah,
and you draft a wide receiver that's buns.
Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah, a safety.
Actually, who lost Xavier McKinney to the Packers this offseason.
Yeah,
their best safety on roster. That Giants team just looks wild.
If you're a Giants fan, don't be.
I'm pretty sure, didn't the Giants GM come out and say that they wanted to move on from Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
And then in Drew Lock's first press conference said that they told him he was going to be the backup to Daniel Jones to start the season.
Yes.
Nobody knows what's going on over there in New York.
You gave the man one of the highest quarterback bags after throwing 20 touchdowns and 20 interceptions in one season at quarterback.
Yeah.
Give him a second season, and then you're like, well, we made a mistake.
Real quick, though, they made 2 decent moves. Brought in Devin Singletary to replace Saquon and traded a second-round pick to the Panthers for all-pro pass rusher.
But that's like
Brian Burns.
LeBron James.
I'm just going to say, Brian Burns and
I'm not hating on Brian Burns.
Thibodeau off the edge
I was talking about Singletary.
is going to be one of the best running or pass rushing duos in football. Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah, I mentioned the LeBron reference.
Yeah, it got me all messed up.
Will Cleveland make that's a Joe Flacco playoff run?
Now, do you want me to be honest?
The AFC North with a healthy Joe Burrow and now Pittsburgh.
I don't think they make a playoff run. I think the Browns fall off next year. Obviously, you got Nick Chubb coming back, but we've seen Deshaun Watson is not who he used to be. Joe Flacco had that team looking better than Deshaun Watson did.
Exactly.
And obviously, you added Jerry Jeudy, but the only thing Cleveland has going for them is that defense. That defense might be the best defense in all of football, which always gives them a shot in these games. But like you said, that AFC North might be the most stacked division in football, with the Ravens obviously adding Derrick Henry, the Steelers adding Russell Wilson,
healthy Joe B, Jamar Chase, Cincinnati.
Yeah. It's going to be a tough division all around for all four of those teams. And if I had to count out one of them, it would be the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie
I mean,
to
it's
you.
they got the history. It's
Yeah.
the Browns, but like you said, Joe Flacco had them looking leaps and
Amazing.
bounds better than Deshaun Watson.
And they
did.
got destroyed by C.J. Stroud.
We get it.
Yeah.
You like C.J. Stroud?
No, I don't. I love him. Anyways.
I might as well take these down and just put C.J. Stroud plaques all over the place.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
Mural of C.J.
Yeah,
Stroud.
we'll have a whole setup back here. I'll put it right above Kobe.
We'll
Kobe
change
and
our
CJ.
page name to the C.J. Stroud fan page.
Fan club, yeah. #1 fan club. That's what I'm talking about, baby. C.J.
Our
Stroud.
one and only guest.
I'll put
C.J. every other
I'm
Friday.
definitely. I wonder what his future MVP odds for next year are on FanDuel, because I'm placing
Probably
something
not
on
bad.
it. Yeah, I'm placing something on it, because he gonna win an MVP before it's all said and done. All right, but off my C.J. Stroud hype train for a second.
But hey, how was your
Back to-
weekend, bro? Did you see C.J. Stroud could bench 385?
I just want to mention James Harden got voided. He's out tonight.
Love
So
to
good
see
call on that, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great call on that. So drops our banger for the night. So good thing you didn't tune in, David. I guess.
We got a UFC banger.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're
It's
right.
still a banger.
What was I? Oh yeah, I was about to look at. Yeah. Anyways, all right. Back to free agency talk. Where were we? Made me lose my train of thought. Let's just go to the next running back. Josh Jacobs.
Who we talked about settled for a little lower of a contract.
Yeah.
Because as we've mentioned personally, not
Yeah.
much on the show, but well, I mean we had last week,
Yeah.
but I mean when it comes to a draft class where there's 10 potential starting running backs, free agency as deep as it
One
was.
of the biggest running back free agency of all time.
Yeah, I mean a career lifespan for an NFL running back now, unless your top tier is 2-3 seasons at best.
Right. Plus 1,100. I just wanted to mention that real quick. Sorry I zoned out. I just wanted to check those odds before I forgot. Anyways, but yeah, Josh Jacobs to the Packers. I think it's a good move. I love Aaron Jones. Don't get me wrong. Stream keeps dropping. Well, that's not good.
Weird.
Interesting. If we can get through this football section, obviously we'll have to take a break before NBA anyways, so we can double check it then. Not sure why it would be dropping, so sorry about that if there anybody watching out there. We'll see if we can fix that. But yes, once again, Josh Jacobs to the Raiders, bro. I think he brings more to the table for Green Bay than Aaron Jones would have. I love Aaron Jones. Don't get me wrong; he's a dual threat back. He does it all. But Josh Jacobs is one of the best downhill runners in football. And with the way we kind of seen Jordan Love break out last year when it came to the passing game, and what he did to the Cowboys in the playoffs, Josh Jacobs is going to be a great complement to that passing game and kind of open it up a lot more for Jordan
Like
Love.
we just mentioned, I mean, the Packers were way better than they were expected to be by leaps and bounds, and you add someone like Josh Jacobs as a complement of what you already have. Looks good.
That looks amazing. Obviously, we kind of mentioned Joe Mixon to the Texans via trade from the Bengals. I think it's going to be such a huge help to C.J. Stroud. Having a guy like Joe Mixon behind him is going to make things so much easier on him, dude. The running game's going to be so much better. We seen what Devin Singletary did behind them last year. Imagine what Joe Mixon can do.
Exactly.
DeAndre Swift to the Bears to pair with Khalil Herbert, Roshan Johnson after he left the Eagles.
They've added some depth lately.
Now, I do. Okay, if we're going to talk about the Bears, they might be outside of the Texans, my other dark horse team for
They've
next year.
added a
Because,
lot.
my God, what they've done this offseason has been insanity, dude. They look tremendous.
They're bulking up.
Yeah. But we'll get back back to them here in a second. Derrick Henry, signing with Baltimore, man. Flock Nation going to team up with Lamar Jackson. Going to be another super scary RPO in the backfield. Those are two guys that might be the best at their position.
Exactly.
Arguably. So
just won an MVP.
Yeah.
And Derrick Henry, I mean,
it's Derrick Henry.
Until we see him fall off, that man has ran over grown men since he's been in the league.
Yeah. So wow. Cowboys lose out on Tony Pollard. Goes to the Titans. Brings it back home to Tennessee.
Shout out Cowboys Nation over there, David.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, the Cowboys are.
What was their biggest signing
lately? Because
Eric Kendricks from the 49ers?
Yeah.
Their only signing?
I was about to say, they've been a meme because they've done nothing this offseason.
Who are you going to start at running back? Rico Dowdle? I mean, they haven't made a single running back move.
Dak Prescott's under investigation for a 2017.
CD Lamb's on the last year of his deal.
Result. Yeah.
It's looking rough for Dallas. I'm going to be real with you. I think
things are going south quickly.
their window is closing very quick, and especially fighting with the newly renowned Eagles in that division this year,
Exactly.
who just added crazy things this offseason. It's going to be scary. Like I said, Aaron Jones to the Vikings after he left the Packers to team up with Jay Jettis. The Vikings offense looks good too. With a quarterback under center, they'll look nice.
They're going to have either a rookie or a...
You got Jay Jettis, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, and Aaron Jones. With a decent quarterback there, that offense could look good. It's going to be the NFL is going to be fun next year, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
A Madden franchise.
Yeah.
Our running game is screwed.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was
getting older.
Yeah,
Cowboys are.
I mean,
unfortunately,
best case scenario at this point is drafting somebody in this deep draft class.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
But like we said, running backs, I mean, you could name 10 on paper that look like starters, let alone the breakouts. So, I mean, Dallas is known for their late draft running back process, so we'll see what they do there. But, I mean, you got an O-line
they took Zeke in the top 5 a few years ago.
Aging defense, but you got a breakout cornerback. So.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what Dallas can muster up next season. Very interesting.
Yeah, Pollard did a lot. I mean, obviously, Dak and CD did a lot because they relied heavily on their passing game. But when it came down to needing Tony Pollard, he 5-6 yards on the ground every time, and that's something only CMC was doing.
Yeah. I mean, Tony Pollard was my RB1 going into fantasy football last season. I was in love with him going into last year. Didn't, do what I expected, but still had a solid season.
Yeah.
Austin Eckler leaving the Chargers and that flustered Chargers offense. Moving on to Washington to play with the Commanders. I think he just want to have fun, bro. He just wants to play ball and do his thing. He don't care. Antonio Gibson leaving Washington to make room in that backfield. It moves on to New England, team up with Ramondre Stevenson. And Gus Edwards leaves the Ravens due to the Derrick Henry signing. Well, it was before the Derrick Henry signing, but moves on to the Chargers to replace Austin Eckler.
Exactly.
So everybody just
I don't know. I mean, the Chargers are a team we've talked about that's been
their offense this year, speaking of the Chargers,
Mike Williams is out.
It's non-existent. They lost Mike Williams, released Gerald Everett, lost Austin Eckler, and just recently, last night, traded their top receiver, Keenan Allen, to the Chicago Bears for a 4th-round pick.
I was trying to wait till we got to it.
I
you
know.
Want to spoil another
Well,
one.
we're on to the receivers now. That was a good transition.
Okay.
Because that was the last running back.
But yeah, like we said, the Bears bulking up.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen. But, I mean, the Harbaugh debut in Los Angeles for the Chargers isn't looking great.
Dude, yeah.
Poor Herbert was looking for a breakout season with a new coach, and now
keep in mind,
nothing around him.
These boys still own the number 1 and number 9 picks in the NFL draft this season. Had a fantastic offseason so far. Names we haven't been mentioned yet. They signed
Justin Fields still on roster.
Yeah. Re-signed Jalen Johnson. Signed Kevin Byard, safety, old breakout safety from the Titans. Obviously played for the Eagles last year. Signed DeAndre Swift. Signed Gerald Everett at tight end, who we just mentioned, and team up with Cole Kmet. Signed Jonathan Owens. And
who was a dog for the Packers on defense.
And Simone Biles' husband.
Exactly.
And obviously just required Keenan Allen via trade, like we mentioned. So they have the opportunity to be fantastic next year when done right, dude.
Yeah.
These last 2 off seasons for them.
They still got Jay Fields. Do they stick with Fields?
And the number 1 pick.
Caleb?
And the number 9. You have 2 top 10 picks and Justin Fields on roster with more moves to make.
With a team that is already better than teams last season that went above 500 with no quarterback.
I know she's not watching, but shout out my girlfriend, bro. She's a diehard Bears fan. She's on the road right now, but
bear down.
I might have to buy me a Keenan Allen jersey or something for next year. Yeah, I don't know who's going to be quarterback. I do want to say, I was looking on the NFL shops. I bought her some things for her birthday. They had Justin Fields jerseys on sale, on clearance, because he could be leaving.
We did go to Dick's and they had Buddy Hield jerseys on 50%.
Yikes.
But yeah, Commanders are making moves. Challenge for the NFC East. The Eagles are still number 1, but with Dallas that's a
bold take
to make.
And I think that depends a lot on what they do with the number 2 pick. They are without a quarterback right now, obviously. But outside of that, they do look good. I know signed Bobby Wagner, signed Austin Eckler. Just a few quick moves for the Commanders. Made a few more moves, but what they do with that number 2 pick is going to really depend on what
You
they
could
do.
add a Marvin Harrison Jr., but then who do you have at
you have
quarterback?
to take.
So
You
there's
have your selection of quarterback at
a
2.
lot.
You have to take it. No way you pass up on a quarterback at 2. There's just no way.
I wouldn't pass up Marvin Harrison Jr. either, but
Okay,
when you're the Commanders, they did get
I lied. They signed Marcus Mariota. I mentioned that a little earlier. Also signed Jeremy Chin and Bobby Wagner to help out the defense.
absolutely. But Marcus Mariota isn't one you'd expect to start anymore.
Yeah, no, not at all.
So,
but I could see, and I think it really depends on what the Bears do. I know I mentioned this a few weeks ago. I could see the Commanders moving up to 1 here to pair Caleb Williams with Cliff Kingsbury and really go out and do something next season. And if that's the case, they could definitely be the new number 2. I don't think that's a bold take. Washington has improved a lot this offseason. And with a quarterback, they could look nice, man.
exactly.
I obviously traded Sam Howell to the Seahawks to fight with Geno Smith. I do believe it was the Seahawks, yeah. But, yeah, with Caleb Williams under center, they could be fantastic. And if not Caleb, you obviously have your choice at Jaden Daniels, Drake May, anybody else. I mean, you have the number 2 pick. So
So I mean, the NFC East right now, obviously the Giants are at the bottom.
Yeah, there's not a shot for the Giants.
Eagles are looking like the number 1.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's really a 50-50 coin toss right now for the I mean, the Cowboys on paper are the better team, regardless. With everybody still on contract.
Right.
I mean, compared to the Commanders, are still better.
Now, 5 of their top 10 players are on the last year of their deal.
Exactly.
Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Zach Martin. I believe there was another name on the offensive line, and then Micah Parsons is due in 2025 for a contract.
A massive contract.
Yeah.
I mean,
scary hours in Dallas.
Exactly. The Commanders have the number 2 pick. Your quarterback's under investigation for a major accusation. So, I mean, if anything flips south, the Commanders could be the number 2.
Yeah, very well. Very well could.
I mean, it's all a coin toss for Dallas unless they make something big change.
Right.
A lot of people were expecting a Saquon or Derrick Henry to Dallas. I mean, that's one we almost predicted.
And it was Derrick Henry originally met with Dallas beforehand and said his price was too expensive. And that's when he moved on to Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I've
lost
seen
out on
multiple reports that he bought a home in Dallas. And from a realtor that was posting stuff about everything.
Yeah.
But
and the biggest thing they've done is steal Eric Hendricks.
Yeah.
A 35-year-old linebacker way past his prime.
And re-sign a slot cornerback.
Yeah. Released Michael Gallup and Leighton Vander Esch. Don't run it back.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Quarterback is one court
It
document away
might
from
be-
not seeing the field.
It might be Cooper Rush and Rico Dowdle time in Dallas, baby.
Facts.
Has
They'll
to
buy
move
you a
back
Rush
field.
and Dowdle jersey.
Yeah, facts. Now, a few other key wide receiver moves. Calvin Ridley decides to take his talents to Tennessee to pair up with TP and DeAndre Hopkins.
A big thing we saw is after refusing to pay A.J. Brown $200 million or
Paid
whatever.
Calvin Ridley the same contract.
Exactly, at 30 years
2
old.
years later.
Yeah.
So, wow. Gabe Davis moved on from the Bills, went to go play with T-Law in Jacksonville. Pair up with, replacing Calvin Ridley, really. Darnell Mooney acquired by the Falcons in free agency, leaving the Bears. Curtis Samuel moving on from the Commanders to the Bills. A big signing last night. Chiefs add their new top receiver, man.
Exactly.
Hollywood Brown. Yeah. Pairing up with Patrick Mahomes, dude.
Best wide receiver, the Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl champion, Patrick Mahomes has had since Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't.
Because when you said this earlier,
I knew
you
what I was
completely
saying this
negated
time.
Tyreek Hill.
Because, in the relevancy conversation, he's had nobody in the last,
I mean,
This
do
season
you
for the
consider
team,
Kelsey a wide receiver? Or
At this point,
T.
you got
Kels
it.
the whole time.
At this
yeah.
point, you got it. The
Yeah.
way he gets in the open field.
But yeah, I think Marquise Brown is a worse Tyreek Hill. But same exact build, same exact best features, super, super speedy.
And he immediately the best hands in Kansas City outside of Travis Kelce.
Yeah, for sure. So look for Marquise Brown in fantasy football next season. 'Cause I could very well see some of those quick bubble screens they used to run with Tyreek.
Yeah, I mean, and now Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce take some pressure off.
Pacheco had a breakout year. Yeah, KC could very well three-peat, man. It's scary.
Yeah.
Definitely scary. A few smaller names. Devin Duvernay going to the Jaguars. T-Law continuing to add to his wide receiver crew. Noah Brown retains to be with the Texans, and Devontae Parker goes to be a fourth-string receiver for the Eagles.
Yes.
A
It's
few,
not deeper.
yeah,
Honestly.
literally. A few tight end names: Gerald Everett to the Bears. We already mentioned. No other really big names. Will Dissly moved on to the Chargers. Johnny Smith to the Dolphins. We'll get into more of the bigger names. On the D line, man, Max Crosby gets his running mate, a guy from Miami. Big Christian Wilkins moving on to Las Vegas, baby.
Huge.
Or Las Vegas.
Yeah,
They
did
it's the
finally
Los Angeles Chargers, Las Vegas Raiders. I
Yeah.
always get those two mixed up. Anyways, yeah, Christian Wilkins goes to be a running mate with Max, man. Mad Max.
Yeah.
That could be pretty scary.
No
if we're
offense,
being honest.
but Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
So
Literally.
hopes and prayers in Las Vegas.
Yeah, poor Las Vegas. Did you see what Devontae posted on Instagram about Josh Jacobs when announced he was moving on to Green Bay? He said, I know I've been in the league for a while and a lot of people have left or something like that. He's like, but this one really hurts. He said, at Green Bay, y'all got a good one. And posted the picture of Josh Jacobs. And it's crazy.
He goes to Green Bay. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think that's why he was so quick to mention him, not care, because obviously this is his old team.
Oh yeah.
Some more bigger names on the defensive side. Obviously, we mentioned Brian Burns to the Giants, Daniel Hunter to the Texans, Zadarius Smith re-signed with the Browns. I know he's getting a little older, but Marcus Davenport moves on to the Lions from the Vikings, kind of playing carousel around there right now after leaving the Saints. Patrick Queen to the Steelers. Shout out, I know we mentioned it. But the Texans, man, get another Mike linebacker and a guy who I think was fantastic for Tennessee last year, dude, Azeez Al-Shaair.
Yeah.
He really took over as the main guy in Tennessee last year, and boy, was really good at it, dude.
Yeah.
Pairing him up with, oh my God, why am I blanking his name? Breakout linebacker for the Texans last year, D'Amico Ryan's guy, played the middle. Oh my God, had a pick six in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Why am I blanking his name, dude?
I know exactly.
Oh my God, I'm literally staring at his face, and I just don't know his name. Christian Harris. There it is. I knew it was coming to me. Christian Harris and Azeez in the middle will be really cool. Jordan Brooks moves on to the Dolphins. Kenneth Murray goes on to the Titans from the Chargers. Chargers continue to lose more guys. Not a lot of bigger names in the secondary per se. We talked about Xavier McKinney to the Packers.
Kyle Fuller went to the Dolphins.
Kendall Fuller.
From
the Commanders to the Dolphins, yeah. Chidobe leaves the Bengals, who was their top corner, moves on to the Titans.
Yes.
Kenny Moore got his bag from the Colts. Jeff Okudah to the Texans, mentioned that. Kevin Byard to the Bears. Darnell Savage leaves the Packers, move on to the Jaguars. Jaguars kind of had a little sneaky free agency, if I'm being honest. Breakout safety from the Baltimore last year, Geno Stone, who was really good, moved on to play with Cincinnati, replaced the old Jesse Bates up there.
Gotta.
And we're probably missing some people. 100%.
Yeah.
We probably didn't talk about everything.
Yeah, there's been so much.
Yeah.
Every hour.
Literally.
Just sitting at work,
just
getting notifications.
Yeah, dude, and it was just one after another, just crazy moves, dude. I mean, it literally was insane. People were just moving everybody. It literally looked like we made a 32-man Madden franchise, and you got in the Facebook group chat, and just started. All right, Derrick Henry on the block, Saquon on the block.
Yeah,
who won him?
I'm moving him. Who won him?
Geez, what's next? Patrick Mahomes? Where's he going?
Yeah. No. Wouldn't be surprised to see Tyreek Hill move again.
Nah, he's staying in Miami. He like it over there.
It's warm in there.
Yeah,
warm down there.
Yeah, no. When he retires, Miami's going to be one of the best spots for him to kind of take off with his gaming business, like he said he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Shout out Tyreek, man. Sign me to your esports squad, baby. Oh man. But I think that'll wrap up the NFL talk for now. If we missed anything, call us out in the comments. Let us know. We'll talk about it. But we talked about so much, I don't even remember what we did and didn't mention at this point. So
exactly.
It was a lot to catch up on and a lot to cover. But that will bring us to the NBA side of things.
Exactly.
Which is the return. I know we didn't have it last week, but NBA Deal or No Deal's back this week. We're super excited to bring that segment back for you guys.
Absolutely.
Was on the road last week. And,
finally. Deal or No Deal has come back to the Travis and John show.
All right, Dwayne. What are you trying to do there? You sound like The Rock.
Trying to make a promo.
Yeah. Heel Rock out here making a promo. But for any loyal fans out there, or for anybody that's new, we do have to take a short intermission here in between NFL and NBA transitions. We're going to set up the Deal or No Deal game right here behind us, and we'll be right back to play that for you guys here live on the set.
Absolutely.
We hope you've enjoyed. Stay tuned.
Switch things around.
Go use the bathroom, and we'll be right back. We'll see you in a few minutes.
All right, ladies and gents, back in
Welcome
the Deal
back.
or No Deal section.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Deal or No Deal time, baby. A segment that we missed last week due to being on the road, but we back. As you guys see behind us, we have the first board set up here for NBA Deal or No Deal. We will be playing John's game first. Now, I will go ahead and spoil the news. John just keeps getting, unfortunately, lucky when it comes to these games.
Bad terms.
The same exact night that he drafted Scotty Barnes, he got hurt and has been out for a couple weeks. So he had a big fat 0 on the board.
A week after I drafted Trae Young, the night he got hand surgery.
Yeah.
So, maybe I should stop drafting in general.
Yeah.
Because whoever I get's just going to hurt something.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah. Let's not wish bad juju on them boys. But, I had LeBron and I won. But we will be playing John's game first. And the top 9 this week for NBA Deal or No Deal include Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic, Tyrese Halliburton, Donovan Mitchell, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, Kyrie Irving. So a nice little 9-piece tonight. No lower tier guys. We're trying to have some fun with this here in the latter half of the season. So we'll kick things off with John here. John, you have 9 cases on the board, my guy. Here's your notebook to keep track of your eliminations.
Gosh.
But before we start eliminating, you get to lay claim to one of these cases. Which one do you want?
I don't know. I feel like it's always come back to bite me. And every time I have a good feeling, it's wrong. So I just feel like I got to pick something crazy.
Okay.
Or maybe, just take fate out of my hands for once. Hey, Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 9. I'm not going to lie.
A random number between 1 and 9 is 6.
Okay, 6.
All right. Okay, 6 it is.
Let's hope Siri's got me in her favor. I'm not going to lie. I thought I had the dude voice.
I do. Yeah.
It just sounds more,
It's my dog.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
What up, bro?
Yeah. Case 6 is yours. Now I need 3 cases that I'll be laying claim to myself.
Give me case 4.
Case 4. All right, Kobe. Listen, I'm not pal. You ain't got to bump me, bro. I get it.
Gotta make a point.
All right. Case number 4. Numero 4.
I'm going to run through his chest. No, you ain't, bro. That's your teammate.
Oh, my good God.
No way.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Off rip. Luka Doncic.
It's a sign that I should just stop playing.
How the first
let the
one?
fans enjoy your game,
The first one, though?
It's
Oh
a
my
sign.
God.
It's a sign.
Wow.
I'm going to go ahead and stop my game. Trav, take control.
I'll take control when you give me 2 more cases.
Couldn't be any worse.
Right.
Case 2.
Yeah, only up from here, baby.
Exactly.
Wow. Luke on the first pull is wild. Didn't even get to have no suspense. Okay, nice bounce back, though. I'll take the top one, and then I'll take the bottom one.
Okay.
Kyrie Irving is going.
It's a little better.
His teammate, actually, now that we're speaking of the two.
Yeah.
Luka and Kyrie off the board.
No Mavs.
Yeah, no Mavs. Unless you want
Wow.
Derek
I
Lively.
knock off the bottom
The
player.
banker could talk to you.
First player on the board.
All right. One more. 9.
All those in case 9.
You about to find out. Whoever it is ain't yours.
No. They're not.
Let's see. Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh.
Pacers fan and you hurts, but it could have been worse.
Oh.
Could have been worse.
Hurts bad.
All right, give it here.
All right, banker. You've seen what I've done.
You
Not
did a
the
lot.
greatest slate.
Yeah, you
Help
did.
me out.
You kind of went. I don't know what you did here.
Help me out.
This is interesting. Let's go take a look. Research has to be done. This takes a lot of a process here.
Oh, yeah. I got to go into the projection. Can't jip somebody, just throw them out any random name. We do things fair over here. By the book.
All right, let's see. Let me double check on some games played here. Let me not do anything too wild. Alright. Okay. Interesting. A lot of the top guys we already have on here, so it's hard to match some of these offers.
What are you feeling?
You still got all the big names on here. Trust me, you ain't done yet. You got some nice names on this boat. You know what? I'm going to do something we haven't done, I don't believe, ever in the show of Deal or No Deal. Maybe we have. Maybe I'm making that up. You eliminated Tyrese Halliburton, but what if I give him back to you? What if you fix your mistake, knocked off Luka, knocked off Reese? What if I was like, you know what? I want you to have Reese. What would you say?
Wow. You know?
Throw him back at you.
At this point, I'm going to take it. I got a bad streak. I don't want to make, after taking Luka, it's a sign. I'm going to play it safe for somebody I can watch closely myself.
Wow. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, a deal has been made. Tyrese Halliburton belongs to John. Now, let's just say you said no. Let's play this out.
All right.
Eliminate 2 cases.
5.
Okay.
That middle case out of there. Let's see who I would have knocked out. Hopefully Giannis and Jokic at this point.
Never thought I'd hear you say that.
I don't know if we
Wow.
really had a first offer deal.
Right, called your shot.
See?
Giannis Antetokounmpo is
It was
gone.
a sign after Luka first.
Yeah, that was wild.
First.
Give me one more.
3.
If this is Jokic, this will be the worst performance of all time. Well, not technically.
Technically, yeah, it'd be the greatest
so
performance
you took
or
the deal,
greatest save.
Devin Booker.
Okay.
Could have been worse. Okay. I would have offered you LeBron James.
At that point, I probably would have said deal again, honestly, because this board isn't the greatest after I just knocked off Giannis.
Wow.
But, you
The
know,
banker
again,
being generous.
say we say no deal to that one.
Okay, 2 cases.
8.
Case numero 8. Let's see here. Where'd it go? The Durantula.
All right.
Durant.
Got a player under Tyrese.
Did Siri give you Jokic? Nope.
I don't know. I
Siri wasn't talking.
should have reminded myself
Right.
that this wasn't in my hands, I guess, you know. May have been good luck.
One more.
I would have knocked off 1. I would have left it between the case right next to it so I could balance my mental odds.
Let's see. Jason Tatum.
Ooh. I go on a great streak after knocking off the top 10
Spida
players.
Jokic. All right, what would you have done? You think Siri gave it to you?
Between Spida and Jokic at that point, it wouldn't have been up to me, so I would have said, you know, Siri led me in the right direction. And let's see. I hypothetically would have ended up with Donovan Mitchell.
You want to know what's funny? This thing has 2. Nikola Jokic and one we never took out. Your unfortunate pick from last week, Scotty Barnes. He must have just snuck his way back in to try to run it back with his injury.
He said, look, pair me up with Jokic.
That's why. Don't put it back in.
Okay, here we go.
That was your fault. That must have been what you did last week.
Oh,
then,
my
when
God.
you got Scotty Barnes.
Well, I didn't
back in.
get Spida.
Lord have
I
mercy.
didn't take it.
I know, but still.
You
You would have.
I'm about to punch you in the face.
Anyways. Punch me in my face.
Now you're
I
gonna
hope
something.
I'm not going to say that because I don't want that to happen.
I'm probably tired
Anyways,
of your negative
good
energy,
game.
too. It's a weekend.
Give us 2 minutes. We going to set up my game and run it back.
Run it back.
We'll
see
see.
who Trav ends up with.
Take my line.
Your line?
It's my
Your
game.
line?
It's my game. It's my
We're
game.
back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second edition of NBA Deal or No Deal here tonight.
Well, I take my banker spot, and Travis, we'll see who he ends up with for this week's fantasy matchup.
Quick refresh, John took the very first deal of the night, ended up with Tyrese Halliburton.
After having back-to-back donut zeros and selecting players that end up injured the exact same night,
let's hope your curse
Tyrese
let's hope
does not need another.
Yeah, let's hope your curse doesn't, play in fact here.
But I had to take any offer after knocking out Luka and having terrible streaks.
Yeah. Anyways,
I have faith.
Let's get started. Now, I'm going to do what you did, but I'm going to try to play this one out instead.
Ooh.
Because you didn't take us serious.
No, because I was scared of my history. You have had decent history.
Is going to bounce back real quick and give me somebody
Yeah,
crazy. He. That is that. It's my dog. All right, Siri. Pick a number 1 through 9. The case is number 1. He doesn't speak for some reason. I got my volume off. So, you pick case number 1.
Case 1.
All right. So, case number 1 will be mine.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Now, I will tell you, I shuffled. Sorry, you think I know English at this point. Shuffled up the players and envelopes and did this blindly as possible, and I didn't see anybody. So, this is as much as a surprise for me as it is for you. Wow. Wow.
All right. So, let's get started. Who do I want to rip off? Now, they're messing up the aesthetic. Let's go case number 3.
Yeah, I was about to say, Siri, do it off here. Oh, sorry. That was on me.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Never mind.
Okay.
Thanks.
Appreciate you. All right.
Back to what we were doing.
Rudely interrupted.
Yeah. Case number 3.
Nikola Jokic.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Not a Luka, but we knock out a top-tier player to keep us humble. Love to see it.
Love to see it. Case number 6.
That's why we don't worry about the aesthetic.
I didn't think Jokic would be up there in a curved case.
Well,
Just pull it out. I hate when you do this.
I don't want to. I really don't.
God, it's probably Luka.
No.
Giannis. Nice.
So we knock out 2 top-tier players.
Beautiful.
Back-to-back picks. We
Love
have
to
one
see it.
more case.
It's only up from here, right?
Exactly.
Case number 8.
Unless it's Luke.
If it's Luka.
There's one up from here.
If it's less than
Or
Luka.
one down from here, I guess.
If it's Luka, then it's over. I'll throw in the white towel.
Whatever offer I got.
Yeah.
It's not Luka.
Okay.
Kevin Durant.
Okay. Nice.
Nice little bounce back.
I guess. All right. Banker, do what you do.
That's what I'm talking about.
Do what you do.
I'll throw you
Do
another
what you
offer
do.
at Luka, and you like,
If you give me Luka,
I'll think about it. I'll promise to put it up there.
come on, man. Just give me what I need.
I don't think we've ever done it here, and run it back and give you Giannis.
Hey, listen, I'm with it. Oh my Lord,
Our
I'm going
host
crazy.
here is Instagram famous.
Yeah, we commented on an Instagram post a little bit earlier for the UFC, and we're up over 200 likes on the comment right now. So might be blowing up,
I told him to go tell everybody. Follow the Travis and John show.
Wow, you're here.
Yeah, go grab the link. Go follow, yeah.
Go give us a
Do you like my O'Malley opinion?
follow if you'd be so kind. And then I'm gonna add Travis and John show.
Yeah.
Just like that. While they're there, see if they'll go give us a quick follow. We'll see what happens. Anyways, back to the banker. What you cooking? Deep in thought in there.
I am.
Keep your pen out my mouth. Right,
It was on my lip.
Keep my pen out your mouth.
It's a habit, okay?
You understand me?
Get off my neck.
You understand?
You know, we were in high school together, and somebody left. Deep background history here between your hosts. Somebody left and went to Lincoln.
What are you getting at here? What's that got to do with you biting my pen?
You would have known my high school habit of I wasn't biting it. It was on my face.
Okay, I don't want your germs in my hand.
My germs?
In my hand.
You think I'm dirty?
It's your mouth.
It wasn't.
Where your mouth been? I don't know. You gonna offer me somebody?
No, at this point I'm not.
All right, no deal. No deal. Let's play ball. This man over here deep in thought. Gotta write it down. Just tell me.
I got you. You knocked off some bad players.
Yeah, so give me a bad player. I get it.
I'm going to give you a decent player.
Oh, God.
You got to keep it right in the mix. Kawhi Leonard.
No. I'm not taking that. First deal, no. That man could put up 15 for 6 games straight. Give me my notebook.
I didn't think you wanted it,
Give me the pen. Oh, nasty.
Ow!
Well, don't bite my
You
pen.
put a hole in my... You did.
But don't bite my pen. That's what
I think you cut me.
That's what happens. Keep your mouth off my possessions. Anyways, back to the swing of things. Case number 9 looks like it's suffocating over there. Let's get it out of there.
Let's help it. Put it out of its misery.
That boy was pinned to the board.
Help me.
Just don't be Luka.
Who was suffocated?
I so hope it wasn't Luka.
It was Spider.
Oh my God! I'm destined to have one of the bottom 3 players.
Yeah.
This is
We
horrible.
keep our habit almost of eliminating the middle section. And
God.
everybody on the bottom's still there.
This is insanity.
What are
Case
the
number
odds?
5.
5.
No way, right?
Luka Doncic.
Yes! Let's go, baby!
Hey, we can have a matchup. Tyrese is on the board.
Hey, all I'm saying is it's only up from here. What you got for me? No way, bro. There's no way. Jesus Christ.
Well,
there's no way the
series-
bottom 3 are left. Not a shot.
The bottom 3 and Tyrese. So, statistically speaking,
Oh my
you got a
God.
shot.
Do I?
Scotty Barnes.
I guess Tatum would be a decent option, maybe. I don't know. At this point in his career. Might have fell off. Dropped out of the MVP race like it was his job.
I don't know who to offer you at this point.
Don't. Let's just move on and find my faith.
Let me check this team, I guess.
Yeah. At this point, give me a beat.
They play 4.
Embiid's not even playing.
Oh, God.
Just give me Luka.
Yeah?
That'd be cool.
1, 2, 3. Ooh. All right.
Alright. This will be interesting.
Hey, you said it yourself. It's only up from here. Second offer. Anthony Edwards.
It's only up from
Rising
here.
star. Timberwolves have been nothing but highlight reels this season. Number 1 seed. Well, I think they're tied or top 3 at this point. They were. I don't know if they're still. I think it's somebody. I just looked earlier. I forgot. The Thunder. The Timberwolves are 3rd. They're a game behind 1st.
You know what? Let's get out of here.
All right.
Deal.
Bet we're running to the bank. Ant versus Reed.
And the strictly only reason I'm running and I'm taking this offer is for one, I don't want the same matchup with Tyrese.
Yeah.
For two, Tatum fell off. Book's coming back off injury. And Kyrie is second hand to Luka.
Regardless.
Ant is the number one guy. Karl Anthony Towns is out.
Hey, all I'm saying is last game, Ant and the Pacers matched up. Ant was all over Sports Center and ESPN because he blocked the game winner.
Yeah, I saw that. He had like 37 points that night too.
Or his head off the backboard.
Bro has been hooping with Cat out, so I'll take it.
All right, let's say you didn't take it.
Case number 7. Gotta leave my 2-4 up there, man.
I was saying it could have been KD because it's his number, but he's already off the board.
Yeah, imagine that.
So we would have not had the same matchup with a Tyrese pool.
How did I manage to eliminate everyone but the bottom
The
three?
bottom, how statistically?
All of them are the bottom 3. Everyone that's left. I guess it doesn't matter at this point.
There's going to be one of them.
Yeah. Case number 2. Sure.
Ooh.
I don't know.
We're knocked out 2. And in case number 2 would have been Devin Booker.
Nice.
Leaving us
Tatum
between Tatum and Kyrie Irving.
So give me case number 1.
Kept your Siri pick.
It's going to be Kyrie.
Who would have left you ultimately with?
Jason Tatum.
Hey, which would have been terrible.
The
but
best
as
of
you,
the ones left.
yeah, exactly. But as you said, has fallen off.
Yeah. I'll take Ant over JT right now in the league. Ant's been hooping, bro. No Cat. Who else?
And Tyrese, unfortunately, as we've seen post injuries,
Fell off.
yeah,
Fell off majorly.
yeah.
Been pretty awful.
So, and maybe more evenly matched than anticipated after knocking off your top 3.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it was a clutch one.
You needed that after having 2 donuts, though.
Yeah, facts.
Ouch.
Oh, man. But
You smacked me in our last 7 games of our NFL fantasy. For any of our fans who tuned in, I went 0-7.
yourself under the bus.
We were like 1 of 8. We started late this season doing that game. So
I think you won like 2. You had 2 under your belt. I'll give you 2.
woo!
I'm that guy. What can I say?
Only up from here next season, baby.
That's facts. I'm excited for next season. It's gonna be a lot more fun. Obviously, had our for any of our football fans that are still tuned in, we will be running our fantasy leagues back for anyone that was in it last year. Hope you guys had fun with that. My brother actually ended up taking that one from us.
Yeah.
Loki clutched up with the Reek and CD Lamb combo, 2
Yeah.
top receivers in the league.
Thought he had a terrible lineup.
Yeah,
Draft day.
bro, hooped. Oh man, but unfortunately, that'll be about everything we have planned for you guys tonight. Be bringing us to a close here on this beautiful Friday night. Still daylight out, first time ever.
Yeah, you love to
And
see
it's
it.
still daylight when we're
The
ending
one
the
thing
show.
I love about the spring forward part, you lose an hour, but I love the 7:30, 8 o'clock
Facts.
daylight, bro. Nothing better than
Nice.
having a longer day,
Summertime's almost here, man.
making the
Sorry.
weekends longer.
Yeah,
That's really what it does. I mean, when you're able to hang out, have a campfire, 7, 8
Speaking
o'clock.
of campfire, sounds like some fun.
Shoot,
It's Friday night,
Shoot.
baby.
that sounds like a terrible idea.
We ain't got nothing to do tonight. We gonna make plans live on the show.
What is it looking like?
We gonna make plans right now. Bonfire, baby. Everybody invited.
Everybody from the Travis and John show will drop the Addy on the page.
No, it's supposed to be in the 40s, 50s, like high 40s, low 50s.
Hear me out.
Might have to
Bonfire
cook something
weather.
up. You know what I'm saying? Might have to go buy some mellows, a couple drinks, go have some
Kick
fun.
back.
Bet on some
Enjoy our
sports.
weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll talk after the show, though, for sure.
Absolutely.
But before we get into building our night live
Yeah.
here on the show, we can close things out for you guys. But it was another amazing show here. We had a lot of fun, as we always do.
Every week. Appreciate everybody that tuned in, commented, saw any part of it, part of any journey. If you tuned in 3 weeks ago, if you hear this part on Spotify through your car, whatever it may
Shout
be.
out y'all, man.
Exactly.
We appreciate everything you guys do. Every little listen, every little react, every little comment, every little engagement helps us in the long run.
Yeah, tremendously. Every post like, every share, comment, every time you listen on Spotify, search our name, everything helps.
We're
Means the world
available
to us.
on all platforms. Speaking of Spotify, you can find our link tree in our bio here on our Facebook page, and we're also available on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, just about anything that you can.
All
find us on.
major social platforms: Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube. Again, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts,
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok.
Everything possible, yeah.
And freelancesportscasting.com. We will have more articles, rankings, and mock drafts.
Next week, promise you guys, will be the first mock draft that we've actually went in depth on. I know we done a very early mock draft a few weeks ago, but with free agency out of the way now, we're on the push to the end of April.
That very beginning mock is exciting because nothing's happened yet. Our very first taste and opinions.
Yeah.
But then free agency happens, trades happen.
Yeah.
So much happens that changes it week by week. And I mean, by 2.0, 3.0, these mocks will be wildly different.
Yeah. So we will definitely get in depth and present a good one for you guys next week. So be prepared for that. Back to some college draft talk. But I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
Push through the offseason. Baseball's almost back, right around the corner. Gonna be a lot of fun, man. Obviously, be expecting some Reds tickets giveaways for sure.
Absolutely.
Once baseball gets underway. But as always, thank you guys for tuning in. We hope you guys stay tuned on all platforms. Check us out next week, Friday, live here at the same place, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Stay safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. Bet on some sports, man.
Absolutely. Responsibly.
Yeah, responsibly. Thank you guys for watching. This has been the Travis and John Show, as always.
Live.
On Facebook Live. Peace out, y'all.